Are we live? Yes, we are live. Welcome to the Pretentious Sports Reviews. This is the second episode that we are doing on this channel. This is also the first episode that we are doing on football. This has been a long wait. I think we have been planning to do a football stream for a long time, but just that there haven't been few things falling in our place. But finally, now we are on the spot. I'll just introduce you to the panel quickly. Ayush, as you can see, is a diehard Madridista. Uh, Atul, on the other hand, lives with him, lives a few blocks away, and obviously he has to support Barca. Varun here is a core Manchester City fan. I don't know Varun that much, but it's really good to see someone supporting Manchester City and with elite football knowledge. No disrespect, but just appreciating your elite football knowledge here. So yeah, I think we should start with last season कैसा गया हम लोगों के क्लब्स के लिए भी and overall कैसा था क्या takeaways थे and then we can jump on to this season. Ayush?
I mean, for me, the highlight of the season is
Yeah, Varun.
probably Rafinha, man. क्या खेला, bro. Rafinha like killed it last season. Dembele killed it. A lot of ballers who didn't I didn't think कि 24-25 में अच्छा करेंगे, but काफी अच्छा करा. Pedri was insane, dude. Pedri was also insane. I think teams like Newcastle, Crystal Palace, them doing well. The Prem really being interesting because सारे जो अमीर क्लब थे वो सिर्फ अच्छे नहीं कर रहे थे. United Spurs, what a season. I loved watching United this season. But yeah, बट छोटा टीम अच्छा कर रही है सीजन ये मेरे को अच्छा लगा प्रेम में एटलीस्ट
Right. Like, especially the fact that Newcastle won that. Like, everybody was expecting that Liverpool are going to sweep all the trophies, but Newcastle stopped them from that trophy. That, like, I really did not expect Liverpool to be beaten by Newcastle in that game. Like, that was a
एंड जस्ट
big.
yesterday dude, Crystal Palace
Yeah.
like
Crystal
scored
Palace
I
was
think one community shield against Liverpool. That's insane.
Yeah, should we talk about like small teams winning or Liverpool bottling consistently? But we can't say because the only game, the relevant big game that they won in the CL was against us. So we don't have the rights to say anything. But chalo, ठीक है.
To be fair to them, they did win that one leg against PSG, but yeah, their penalty shootout unlucky.
Yeah, nothing
I
else,
think that,
nothing else Liverpool did. I don't think they won anything over here. Yeah.
yeah, but Varun, you just mentioned about Dembele and Rafinha, about the two standout players the last season, right? So the obvious next question is Ballon d'Or rankings क्या होंगे?
Oh, Dembele is a far favorite for a lot of people. I,
Far
I
favorite.
a rare shout is Vitinha. I loved Vitinha last season. I think he
Hmm.
might be up there, but I think Dembele for sure because of this Champions League he gets it. And a treble, I mean, for PSG.
Yeah.
Yamal is a good shot as well. I would like Yamal.
Like, sorry to interrupt, but for like, and no disrespect to the Man City fan here, but ever since the Rodri Ballon d'Or episode, let's say, it's I think it's a bit up in the air as to what is actually the criteria for the Ballon d'Or. I think
Yeah, true.
that
No, is
I
so
it
think that's
just
been
a
a problem
individual
consistently,
performance
right?
या तुम या मतलब टीम का अगर रिजल्ट तुम ले रहे हो then it's fairly simple कि क्या होना चाहिए like winning a treble and then performing उसके बाद भी तुमको अगर Ballon d'Or नहीं मिला then it's just simple how it will go on from here on maybe but if Dembele
but
wins then हाँ
But
then
then,
थोड़ा
what
doubtful है
about the treble and the major international trophy that year, which players like Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, and João Neves have
Vitinha
won?
has a
Yeah.
solid shout though. Top three, to he has a treble and the Nations League. He has won everything.
And the way he moves on the pitch, man, it's like he's like a fucking musician or whatever. He's so good in tight spaces that him and Fabio Ruiz, I think, were the major reason I think why PSG won and were so fucking dominant.
Exactly. Like, Fabian Ruiz, I'm so glad you brought that up because Fabian Ruiz is one of
Nation.
those players I used to be like, "Arey, Fabian Ruiz, who is that? Like, why is he being talked about?" Like, he was talked about like as the nobody. And from that to
Yeah,
scoring in important games and being clutch for club and for let's not forget he had a good Euros for Spain as well, and then moved like
He had a
he is
great Euros, great
yeah,
final also.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. He was. Yeah.
yeah. So Fabian
So
Ruiz,
did
what
Yamal.
a career.
Yeah. No, see, I'll be very honest. Vitinha का मेरे को इसीलिए नहीं लगता because at the end of the day, it's journalists voting, players voting. So obviously, there's a certain amount of PR attached to this whole award, and that is fine. There's no problem with that. तो अभी क्या होगा उसको लेके maybe the start of the season will also decide a little bit क्या हो सकता है क्या नहीं. Last season एकदम end में जाके the Rodri thing was very interesting. So let's see how it turns out. But हाँ मेरे तरफ से Dembele should. Dembele one, Vitinha one. Who are your two? Ayush and Atul?
As much as it hurts
Both.
me to say, I would put Lamine Yamal. Out of all the Barcelona players, I would put Lamine Yamal up there over
Yeah,
Pedri and Rafinha. Maybe because of some personal biases as well, but I feel like Lamine Yamal, like as a Madrid fan, when he's on the ball, I'm scared. I'm literally scared. Like
Yeah.
he has that X factor in him.
I mean, we can't
so
forget Rafinha. He was great. His output was insane. I think with Lewandowski missing out because of his injuries, I think Rafinha has had to step up, and he's been really good at it. That goal against Inter was insane. It's a shame that HRB put an end to it, but it was a beautiful goal nonetheless. So I think, but the top three would be interesting because I think if Dembele wins, then I think Rafinha comes in second, maybe Yamal, either of the two.
Yamal
Then I
maybe.
think maybe someone like
Yamal, then
Vitinha.
Rafinha
Yamal
or
maybe.
Vitinha.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
so
Nikhil
just
in the comments is saying that Vitinha in the UCL final was insane, and I think that's a
yeah,
very
Yeah, he
good
was. Yeah.
point. He was really
and
good.
consistent in the Nations League also, which is like a very good thing. Carrying a team like Portugal, it didn't seem very tough for Portugal in the Nations League. So major props for that
Portugal,
also.
by the had a great team. They have right now, I think, Vitinha. They have who else do they have?
Nuno
They have
Mendes.
Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes.
João Neves,
A few more players are missing there. João Neves, yeah. Nuno Mendes, actually. Nuno Mendes also.
Mendes,
Missing.
Either
Bruno
Rafael
Fernandes.
Leao.
But for Portugal, I would like to say that I'm not impressed by the performances Bruno and Bernardo put up for Portugal compared to their club performances. Like somehow their level drops national team, and because I have been supporting Portugal for the ever since I've started following football because I got into football through Cristiano, so I've been supporting Portugal since then. And I've always seen like the players, the stars at their clubs, they seem to drop their level when it comes to the national team. I don't understand why.
Yeah, it's a
That's been
continuous
the case with
thing.
them, like apart from Euros.
Yeah.
Euro में the team stepped up big time. Like I had no expectations from Portugal, honestly, and they just were consistent because like in every round, stepping up and like waiting till the end minutes, finishing the game, that was very important. So the midfield, especially, so they did. But Atul, I'll just come to you about wrapping the season for Barcelona last year. What were the major highlights for you in that last season? Any memorable games? Obviously, I know the 4-0s were there. Um, but anything apart from that, key standout moment ye tha.
See,
Just
coming
before
from a
Atul
season,
starts, I just want to address one comment. Lamine Yamal doping में पकड़ा नहीं गया था. He and Lewandowski didn't report for the tests, so they failed
they were
like to
late.
report.
They were late.
Yeah, they were late for the test. Yeah,
They were late for this, so 5,000 something euros.
Yeah, Nikhil kind of answered that in the comments. What an elite audience we also have.
Yeah.
Four people watching, but four people conversing amongst themselves, just like we are doing on the stream.
yeah. Atul, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
So See, after Savi leaving and the team, actually, I was, to be honest, I was very skeptical with Hansi when he came into the team, but he literally turned the team upside down. And for me, uh, in my team, see, uh, uh, I think the pivotal moment for me would be the Copa del Rey final, Kunde's goal. That was something else.
Yeah.
One of the happiest days of my life, I believe. And but yeah, but apart from that, the team impressed me very lot. A lot. The Kubarsi Martinez partnership was uh,
मतलब
crazy.
मॉडरिच का एक
मतलब,
स्लिप जरूरी था तेरा हैप्पीएस्ट डे के लिए भाई.
see, doesn't matter
सोच
why I
क्या,
was.
the standards are very bad, अतुल.
See, we कुछ भी हो, 4 बार तो हम हराए लास्ट सीजन तो अभी एक सीजन के बाद
Yeah,
बात करेंगे. नाउ तो यू कांट से एनीथिंग. मतलब वी वर लाइक
fair,
डोमिनेटिंग.
fair, fair.
So yeah, and for me the star performance obviously Lamine, just like everyone, but yeah, Pedri is a close second. मतलब जो Pedri किया है हमारे टीम के लिए, even Kubarsi, I don't think anyone else can.
The only reason, like, I would like to add on because, like, I was watching Barcelona every Barcelona game for entirely different reasons, but I did watch every game. So one thing I noticed was the if you remember mid-season when your team had a drop, the only reason I putting Yamal over Pedri, it was when Yamal was injured. He came back, your team started performing at its full potential again.
But उसमें also the role is very different. मतलब यमाल का and पेड्री का एक
Obvious.
पेड्री, हाँ.
हाँ.
Like we have all seen what how last season went for Barcelona when Pedri was injured. So it was different. It's obviously it's in different context. But
मतलब
I think
पेड्री
to
नहीं होगा तो कंट्रोल नहीं होगा
it
गेम
was
में.
for
यमाल नहीं
Hansi Flick.
होगा तो गोल स्कोरिंग
Yeah,
चांसेस कम हो जाएंगे नेचुरली.
exactly.
That's also
Because
because
Rafinha is
of
not a
how like
creator,
Hansi plays his
neither is
football.
Lewandowski a creator.
यस वरुण.
Right.
I'm saying like it's partly also the reason because that's how like Hansi plays his football. He's ultra attacking, and like the stats back that because I think Barca had the most goals last season, something like that.
Mm,
Maybe
Yeah.
the top five or whatever. But they're ultra attacking. They're okay on
I believe
defense. I
PSG
think
had
Frankie
the
De
most
Jong,
goals, but
PSG, yeah, could be
पीएसजी had.
PSG. Yeah.
Wait,
PSG had the
I'll
most
check
goals,
this
no?
stat.
Not very surprising, is it? If you throw 700 million, yes, you'll get a lot of goals.
See, we
As I've
scored
learned as a
four or
Manchester
more
City fan.
goals 23 times, but
Oh yeah.
that's a pretty good season.
But Atul, do you think like Barca would like benefit from one more DM, like someone to like support DM in that deep role,
Another defensive midfielder.
like a double pivot. But then where would Pedri play?
The Pedri
In the
is
pivot role?
playing with Frankie. I think they're like the roles are sufficient. They're pulling up, and they're almost playing like double pivot. No?
And like I
But
think
then we're
Barcelona
conceding
have
a lot of goals though.
like to address Varun's point, like Barcelona don't need to sign anyone. They already have two like CDMs from their academy in Mark
We
Bernal
have
and Marcus.
Casado and Bernal.
बट कसाडो को तो यू आर ट्राइंग टू सेल ना.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Maybe I just heard some rumors, I don't know. Okay, the comments are clearly indicating that we should move to the PL, and honestly, so we should, because last season PL was much more interesting, much more competitive also, and we saw some very unexpected matches, not just in the PL but overall from English clubs. Yeah, so I'll just hand it over to Varun because we can see the Manchester City fan in him. Not an ideal season, I'd say, but still a lot of learning, especially how it went for Pep and everything else. Yeah, Varun.
it's been a tough season for City. I mean, major reason is Rodri. We miss him a lot. I don't think the team can function without him as it does. It's been a season of goodbyes. We've said goodbye to Kevin De Bruyne, great servant to the club. I think I think the best City player for the past 10 years for me. Apart from that, I think this season in the Prem, Liverpool just like overwhelmed everyone. Apart from Nottingham Forest, by the way, they've lost twice to them, which is which was really funny. But yeah, with the Prem, I mean, one of the few things that was like the same as expected was the three teams that got promoted, they got relegated again, which is like I think the fourth time this
This
has
was a
happened
fact
in the
built.
last 4 years.
Nice trivia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think this year it might repeat. Apart from like Brentford because they lost a lot of players. But much has been said about the last season. Like everyone's just talking about the transfers these days. And like because of the transfers, I can see like the last season, the teams that did really well, like Brentford, you look at maybe Aston Villa, they did really good, but then their transfer window has been horrible. So you look at those teams and you're like, wait, you might get relegated. I don't know. Not Aston Villa, but maybe Brentford, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very keen on seeing like how the PL clubs who did shine last season, how will they do after this entire transfer market additions, and obviously there are some departures.
And a lot of them and a lot of incomings as well. United has been
Yeah.
very busy,
Yeah.
as has been
For
City and
Chelsea,
Liverpool.
it's like
Liverpool,
I'm seeing a new team every season for Chelsea.
yeah. Chelsea's like Chelsea's like, it's the Amazon of football. It has every sort of player. You can choose whoever you want to buy. They have
The good
everyone.
thing is that they won this season. At least something, like not at least something. Okay, come on, won't let it pass. That's a. I mean, they
Don't
won. They
downplay
won a
the.
trophy. Yeah, yeah. No downplaying the Club World Cup. That's a good badge on a chest. I miss that on the hand. Yeah, I miss that.
But yeah,
No, no,
Chelsea
no,
will
no
win the
denying
Premier
that.
League this season. If Liverpool choke, Chelsea looks like the contender. Because then there have been like seasons where no one knows who's going to win, and then Chelsea just wins out of fucking nowhere. Like the 14-15 season, 16-17 season, they just prop out of somewhere. And they've made I think buttload of signings. They have Gittins now, they have Palmer. I think their defense looks better now. With Kukurea, like he plays like a fucking striker some of the days.
And apparently, they still have Xavi Simons and Garnacho pending.
Oh yeah, Javi Simons could be really interesting. Man. I don't know how they could afford it with the PSR, but then everyone sort of seemed to does. They just have
You
some
should.
sort of need to do
Everyone is overspending, but Varun, मतलब आईना किधर है? वो पीछे मेरे को दिख रहा है आईना.
it. I mean, admittedly so with Pep. He bought Nico Gonzalez last season, right? I think for 60 odd million. Now there are reports that Nico Gonzalez will to leave the club, which is what are you trying to do? To buy a player for 60 million for half a season? That's that's just Manchester City at its peak. Like we'll buy players. We don't know if it's going to work. We'll just buy them. We don't fucking care. We have money behind our backs.
Garnacho was caught vaping. Does that lower his transfer value? I don't think it can go any lower.
मतलब हो गया यार, उसको जितना खिलाया, उसने जितना परफॉर्म किया, और कितने ही नीचे जा सकता है. Like there exists a rockier bottom in every case, but it doesn't in case of Garnacho or like most of the United players.
Uh, Tottenham's rumored interest in Man City's Savinho realistic? I think so. Like all the
Yeah.
tier two, like I have not seen a lot of tier one sources yet talking about this, but tier two, tier three sources are indicating that they are like the first bid has already gone, like around 50 million they bid, but City rejected it. I think they want a bit more money.
I think City would want upwards of like 70 on it. Surely. If they want to bring Rodrigo, they would need that kind of money.
Right.
But Varun, you just mentioned about
Tottenham, yeah.
लिवरपूल थोड़ा मतलब टॉप 4 नहीं हो सकता है. हाउ आर यू सेइंग दैट? बिकॉज यार अच्छा खेले लास्ट सीजन. एंड वन थिंग अबाउट स्लॉट बॉल दैट I can never deny is their performance in the league. And now with some
Yeah.
extra players, resources that they have, and like call me a bullshit romance lover or whatever you want, but this season is just a fairy tale, man. The players are motivated. They would want to do it for Jota. There are many things. I just feel like they'll give it their all this season. And like you saw Salah also with that tweet yesterday. A lot of things happening. I feel this team is good. And they have done it last season. They missed out on the Champions League. I remember before the like second half of the season began, I should remember there were the quadruple shouts for Liverpool, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden they were out of one tournament. Okay, two वैसे करके हो गया. So I'm not counting out on Liverpool.
You can never
I
count
think
on them. I think they might repeat here.
yeah, what I was saying is like we have talked about almost every Premier League team now, but somehow we have not mentioned the team that has been coming second for 3 years now.
उनका तो भाई जर्सी लॉन्च में भी मैंने देखा कि क्लॉक में 3 बज रहे थे या 2 बज रहे थे, कुछ वैसा एक मीम.
हाँ 2 बज रहे थे they were like, इधर भी second है.
इधर भी सेकंड.
But like on a
There's
serious
no
note,
club.
I think that Arsenal
There's no club
most
whose fans I hate the most. Sorry. I
yeah yeah I'll just finish it is that most of the games I've seen them lose even their XG was more or less good. It was just nobody was there up there to finish it. And with Gyökeres coming in this season, I think things might be better, but I'm not sure because it's Arsenal.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Arsenal
That's
यार,
the thing
मतलब
with
भाई.
Arsenal.
But that then again, like if you
There's
remember
no
Varun,
club more laughable than
no matter how good a season Man City were having, no one used to be scared of them in the Champions League, saying कि अरे Man City है. But you guys did end up winning it ultimately,
uh,
right? So maybe
after
Arsenal as
losing to
well.
Chelsea in the finals, might I add, because of fucking Mason Mount.
Yeah,
नो बट
that I
आर्सेनल का
think.
भाई, अगर और एक मैंने आर्टेटा का स्पीच देख लिया ऑनलाइन, मैं खुद ही रिजाइन कर दूंगा. द स्पीचेस नीड टू चेंज.
Like as Rio Ferdinand says
There's
that,
something wrong with him, man.
right?
या आई
Like
There
Rio
मीन
has to
Ferdinand.
be
वो होता
something
है
wrong
ना,
with him.
कोल पामर के लिए बोलते हैं he has got the right amount of autistic to be a great player. For Arteta is got the wrong amount of autistic to be a coach.
Even with the
Yeah,
way the team behaves sometimes. I mean, after they lost to Newcastle in the EFL, I think in one of the knockout stages, they, Arteta was complaining about the ball.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
please do it. Both teams have the same ball, man.
Right.
It's but yeah, with maybe Gyökeres coming in, they solve that striker problem that they have. But I'm not sure how that keeps up with how he plays his football. Like, he's been very adamant about the way he plays football. Like, we'll press you hard. We'll play Havertz in this false nine role. With Gyökeres, I don't know what he'll do with Havertz. Maybe he plays that number 10 role, maybe. But then you have someone like Odegaard who's already playing the number 8. You have other midfielder already there. So yeah, Gyökeres, I think he'll have a decent season. I think 15 goals is a decent expectation out of him. Whether he gets the 20 plus, let's see.
You're talking about only in the league.
Only in the league, yeah.
Yeah,
With
Yeah, I
so
mean
Arsenal, I
like
mean, I hope they get
yeah,
knocked out
15
in
to
the
20 is
Champions League
a
very
good
early.
number, bhai.
I mean, maybe he's playing the Prem, could be lesser than that, but I think he's strong. He's very tall. Not very tall, but like tallish, 6'3", I think. Well built. Plays his like football rough and tough, which is I think good for the Prem. He's very physical. Maybe
yeah.
that's what Arsenal needs. I don't know.
भाई तुमने फिजिकल बोला, आर्सेनल का ये चल रहा था. आई मे बी, आई डोंट नो भाई, बट दिस रीसेंट फोटो दैट आई सॉ ऑफ काई हावर्ट्स ऑल बल्क्ड अप एंड शिट, क्या खिलाएंगे उसको भाई?
And Kai Havertz scored a crazy goal in their last friendly as well.
Oh,
Like
I
his
didn't
goal was
see that.
like he ran past everyone and scored the goal. He looks faster and
I think
stronger
it's
and
I think it's Arteta mixing something in his pre-workout or something. Yeah.
he has to
Yeah,
like.
he's
We can all agree. I think this is Arteta's last chance this season. If he is he's out, if he's not winning.
I mean, I don't think he's out because I think Arsenal fans have this kind of toxic relationship with their managers. I mean, they had one with Arsene Wenger. He supposedly couldn't win anything after the very early success in his career. But I think Arteta stays on. I think Arsenal likes him. Everyone knows Arsenal is a really good team. They just just end up not winning anything, and it's I love that. I like having them in the top two, and I like having Arteta there to laugh at him.
So Nikhil Endra in the comment has said Oliver Glasner in the 6 months has got one less community shield than phase 6 Arteta. This is exactly what I was saying. Like Rio Ferdinand was saying that if he's still in the building phase, that's a really tall building now.
बहुत
What
time
is
हो
in
गया यार
phase
बहुत
9,
time.
phase 10?
It's too
Like
much.
your club can be okay with mediocrity, but इतना chances being okay with that and consistently वही end में जाके कि just miss नहीं.
And they don't even have the argument of like, oh, we don't have the signings or the backing to do it. You've spent a lot of money. You've not managed to win anything. There has to be that something wrong. Like they have brilliant players. Saka is brilliant. You look at Rice, the two goals against Madrid. Oh my God, they were insane. But
Insane.
it's like Arsenal just has something that Tottenham also did before this season. They won the Europa League with a that was an awful game, but it was a good moment to see Spurs win. So somehow
Yeah.
the other club in London has, I guess, overcome that kind of curse that Arsenal hasn't even managed to.
Like even if you consider United, they're in their banter era. In the last 5 years, they have more to show than Arsenal.
Yeah, dude. They won a Europa, right?
They won the FA Cup and then the Carabao Cup back to back.
Yeah, and they beat City in the final last season, FA Cup final, I
Yeah,
think.
they beat City in the FA Cup final and then they beat them in Community Shield as well.
Community Shield also, yeah.
Yeah, I see
Good.
one Tottenham fan saying thanks for all the Arsenal hate. Thankfully, there are Tottenham fans, but zero Arsenal fans, which is also rare because I'm finding some Arsenal fans after moving here, which is rare.
Like
Did
as
you
much
guys
as
look
I
at the
hate,
reveal video for
right?
Gyökeres that
Yeah,
Arsenal
yeah.
had?
All the aura is gone.
What
That celebrations aura is gone now.
the fuck?
अभी
Like
वो
that was the good celebration in Europe, and now it's now it's a joke now.
And they're celebrating before the season has begun. You've not won. You
I saw
signed a player.
one Twitter post I saw where they were like, the celebration is gonna go from this to this.
But with that, should we move on to the predictions and who will be the standout teams in the leagues, the CL, and your top players? Because that is one segment
Just
we'll
one
come
last
back
thing
to
I
at the
would
end.
like to touch on
Yes.
about last season is no matter how bad I feel that the Tottenham not winning anything meme has ended, but very happy that humans on retired like left Tottenham with a trophy.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very telling that you almost said retired because it almost feels like it, doesn't it?
It
Whenever a
almost
player
feels like
goes to either Saudi or
humans on
US, it
is Tottenham,
feels much more like they've retired.
right?
I'm also happy that the coach left on a happy note because, yeah, it doesn't make sense. They can't stand winning or what.
Can I be honest? That moment was probably the best last season when he said, "I don't usually win things. I always win things in my second year," and he did. That was insane. That was the
Like a
ultimate
Rohit
honor
for
falling
that
moment I've
one.
seen last season.
उसीलिए हुआ ना यार उसको निकाले because I think too many terms and conditions they just wanted to run the club on their terms बस.
And I have a friend who loves Spurs, right? And he was so fucking happy they won Europa because he's seen the CL exit that they had against Liverpool. I think Liverpool beat them in the final, right?
Yeah,
And
finally. Yeah.
it's just like looking at a fan that is experiencing winning something in the past 10 years. It's like or so ever long. It was like that's one of the perfect moments in football that you love enjoying, which you don't really see in La Liga, which is something that like I don't know makes it less attractive to watch or something like that.
Last season, honestly, with La Liga, तुमने जब भी mention किया, while Barcelona started very well, in the middle they kind of slugged off. I remember discussing with Ayush in the beginning कि uh, Atletico Madrid will catch up, especially with all the signings that they got last season. लगा था कि they will, but then Atletico Madrid being Atletico Madrid and Barcelona not stopping, that was another major year. They didn't
I don't
stop.
think we should be saved. Like Madrid should, Real Madrid should not be saved from criticism as well because in January we had a 7 point lead.
Yeah.
We should not have bottled it.
Yeah, the Atletico games, see, just imagine ना भाई कैसे हुआ था. And every season it is that one team which irritates the shit out of us.
Yeah. But yeah, kudos to them. Okay, now let's move on to next season.
Yeah, I think that's enough. For 32 minutes is too long a time
But
to dedicate
yes,
to what has
before we move
already
on,
happened.
do you think who were your best players for Madrid last season? Just a quick
Yeah,
side
we
note.
didn't talk about Madrid.
Yeah,
Yes.
so for me, the best players for Madrid last season was number one, obviously Kylian. Like I believe first half of the season was slow, but second half, like if you go through Madrid's big games last season, we didn't win any except the two games against Man City. So those two games, I would say Kylian was our best player. The second game, so he was like he did it like that was one of the most quality hat tricks, like all three goals, top quality goals. So that was one of the most
And that
quality
goal
hat
where
tricks.
he like flipped Guardiola was that was a
Yeah,
really good goal.
that was like even the third goal, if you remember, it was weak foot from out of the box and like on the
Yeah,
ground. So Kylian winning Golden Boot in your first season coming out of League One playing in La Liga against the La Liga low blocks, and if you follow La Liga regularly, you will realize that the low blocks here are unbelievable. Like teams will not move out; they will sit back with 11 men, and they will get one or two chances per game. That's all they will try to capitalize on. They won't move out. You have to break low blocks. So what Kylian did, including 5 goals in Clásicos where we got dominated, a hat trick in a Clásico which we lost.
yeah.
So it was like a solo effort, I would say, in the up front from Kylian. So I will place him as my top player for Madrid last season. Secondly, I would have I disagree with Vinicius and Bellingham's inclusion in the top 30 over Valverde. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how they got
Yeah,
in over
yeah.
Valverde.
Yeah, we are continuously sleeping over Valverde, and he's just carrying the team since forever.
Valverde, it feels like he's everywhere. You
Yeah, and
look
he
at the
plays
ball
every
wherever
match. Just
he
see
looks like he's
his.
everywhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we just see his stats like playing minutes last season, that would be much, much above everyone else. By
He
compare
was
that
covering,
with
I think,
the
right back. He was in the midfield.
every.
He was playing deep. He was playing up.
And if
But I
one man
think
knew how
Bellingham
to
had
exploit
to do
that, it
that a lot of
was
time.
yes, Varun. Yes, go on.
Sorry, you were saying.
No, no. I was repeating that Ancelotti kind of exploited him.
Yeah, he was
So,
Ancelotti's get out of jail free card.
yeah, yeah.
Every
And he
manager has
delivered,
that,
by.
like, they're like who puts in the dirty work.
And I would also say that Valverde is right now. Now that KDB is on the decline, I would say he's the best out of the box shooter in the world right now.
Oh yeah, he has a rocket right foot.
Rocket.
Yeah,
Like if you see
especially
his goal of last season, he has like 8 goals, 7 of them from outside the box.
वही मैं बोलने
Outside
जा
the
रहा था,
box.
लास्ट सीजन आफ्टर क्रूस वेंट, like he obviously worked on that, but he started taking more chances and those paid off by.
Third, like name one more player, Tosif. For me, these other than these two players, I was disappointed with almost every other player from my team. So if you want to name
Okay.
someone else, yeah, I was disappointed. It was a very bad season for us, one of the worst I've seen.
और कौन,
You know
like
what?
relatively in terms, कोर्टवा को तो कभी भी नहीं निकाल सकते यार, but हाँ मतलब just don't consider him in this list because he's above that maybe.
But if you remember this season, the
Hmm.
jersey I'm wearing, Courtois
Hmm.
from this season, if you compare to Courtois from this season,
Yeah,
there was a difference.
but वो
Isn't
होता
that
है
a
यार,
little bit also
that's yeah.
because like the defense was on the decline and he had a lot of,
Yeah,
I mean, more
definitely.
chances to sort of
Defense
bruise
was
you.
our worst point. Danny Carvajal was hugely missed, as Nikhil is saying in the comments.
Ah, yeah.
Hugely missed.
And he will be.
And that was a problem, right, for Madrid because that right channel in the defense was like off. So I think Vasquez had to play that role a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, God
Vasquez is
bless
also.
Vasquez. That's not his position. But I like that's what I love about Vasquez. It's like he's almost like Jisoo Park, better obviously, but like I'll do whatever you want me to do. I love this club. I'll play here. I think he just
Yeah.
did whatever
He was
Madrid
a legend.
needed.
He was a legend for us. Definitely.
But
He has,
also
I
with
think
that,
he's left Madrid. Right?
yeah,
He
I was just
did.
going to say that the Madrid mentality is just being ruthless, and not ruthless in terms of behavior or anything else, but ruthless in terms of performance or what we expect. We expect trophies, nothing else. So Vasquez was given a good retirement, a good farewell, but obviously going trophyless, all those goals that we conceded in the Clásicos, that hurt Perez and of course all the Madridistas more than anything.
Definitely. And why I was a bit like I saw Varun's expression when I said that this was one of the worst seasons. It's not like okay, we might have finished just like 4 points off in the league, and even in the Champions League we didn't like go out in the early stages. But why I said it was disappointing is like as a Madrid fan, what I expect from my team is okay, you lose some of the small games in La Liga, but don't lose almost all of the big games. We lost against AC Milan, we lost against Lyon, we lost against Barcelona, we lost against Liverpool. We lost against Atletico Madrid, and even in the game we beat Atletico in the CL, it was just because of a lucky Alvarez double touch in the penalty shootout.
Yeah,
So
which was
it
also heavily controversial
heavily
and
controversial.
changed the
I'll
rule,
agree.
I think, for UCL.
They changed the rule. They changed the rule. Now it has to be
Yeah,
retaken.
yeah. With Madrid, I think it's almost like Ancelotti's style has just gone out of style. It's like this is the modern era of football. Everyone presses. Everyone will, they don't do zonal marking now. Positions are dead. People just have roles in the team. I think Ancelotti, I think, has been found out because of that. Because
I won't
one
say
moment I
found
wanted to
out.
share, true. One
I
moment I
won't
was
say
very
found out.
telling
He
about
just
Madrid.
needs a new team, bhai. Sometimes he needs a new team because
Definitely, Tosif will say that because he's a Brazil fan.
but he's in jail भाई now. क्या करेगा वो, किसको कोच करेगा?
Jail to even Asensio might go over.
भाई वो तो भाई let's not. I'm a Neeraj Chopra fan. I'll not say anything.
18 प्लस स्ट्रीम है ना, एसेंसियो का नाम नहीं ले सकते आप.
हाँ, वो खुद ही नहीं देखता 18 plus streams.
Exactly.
Nikhil has
But
said
yeah, but
about
one moment I wanted to share,
Bellingham.
just very quick, sorry.
Yes, yes,
The
Varun.
one moment about Madrid last season was when Bellingham lost the ball in the El Clasico, right? He was trying to play a through ball. I think It was in the Copa del Rey final. He was trying to
Uh,
play a through ball. He lost it. Pedri got it. He just stood there like this instead of like going after the ball. And that led to a goal that Pedri scored. So that was like what all that was wrong with Madrid at that
That
point,
was a
I
killer
think.
Pedri goal, bhai, though.
like if
That was
you
such a good goal.
count our clowning moments from last season, I can name many more. If you remember, Vinicius got the ball, placed it down for a
Hmm.
free kick, passed it straight to a Barcelona player, and पीछे से कोर्टा उसे गाली दे रहा है कि what the fuck are you doing? And Porto had to make a crazy save to save that goal.
Rudiger, how can we miss out that?
Oh, bhai. Everything aside, losing his shit at the end, too much. Just accept, bhai, that you have been shit.
Yeah, yeah. And for Bellingham, I would say that even though like 30 GA for a midfielder is not exactly a bad season, and given that he had dropped deeper this season and was providing a bit more support to the other midfielders, but uh, in big games, I was not impressed by his performances this season.
Nicola said about Bellingham filling the role that Cruz has left. I think
He can't.
yeah, it's highly
He-
improbable. Some part of it has been done successfully by Valverde, but the controlling the pace of the game, I think Real Madrid are desperately trying to sign Stiller for that very reason. Somebody who can
Yeah.
hold the ball and control the pace of the game.
But we
I
are not
don't think.
trying, right? We gave up on Stiller. That's what
Huh.
I was angry about.
Yeah.
But yeah, for like this is exactly what I say to people who compare Bellingham and Pedri because you can't compare because they are very different players with very
Very
different
different.
roles in the team. So you can't
And
compare
Bellingham
Bellingham.
has that sort of like background of a proper 4-4-2 English football kind of scene.
Yeah,
So
he's more
he
of a
is that
Lampard.
physical player, right? Pedri is very tactical.
Like
Yeah,
Pedri
I
is more
think.
like a Xavi kind of player to me, and Bellingham is more like a Lampard.
Good shot, yeah. I mean, surely not to that level at that moment, but
Obviously, obviously.
Just in terms of playing style, maybe. Yeah.
Styles, in styles.
he does sort of drop into the box a lot.
Okay, cool. Should we go into the predictions and the expectations from this season?
Yeah, we
We'll
should.
start with the Premier League. What are your top four or top six?
Let's do top four.
Okay.
So top four, I
Varun?
think Liverpool win it. Arsenal, they could come in second. Uh, City and Arsenal, I think will have to fight it out. I think City might have a chance to win the title, but I'm not very sure because again, Rodri is very unlikely to play all the games, and Liverpool looks mighty scary. So Liverpool, I think, will have a repeat. City, Arsenal, second, third, fourth. I think Chelsea. Chelsea look really good this season, and yeah, that's my top four.
भाई क्या हरामी है वरुण, जब पहले स्ट्रीम में आए तब वो लिवरपूल को कंसिडर नहीं किया, अब वो बोल रहा है कि लिवरपूल टॉप करेगा. जिंक्स
अभी मैं
मतलब.
रियलिस्टिक हो रहा हूँ.
हाँ. नहीं, दिस इज द एंड पार्ट ऑफ द स्ट्रीम ना, दैट्स व्हाई यू आर जिंक्सिंग प्रॉपर्ली. कि कोई मेरा ये बाइट उठा के एकदम एंड ऑफ द सीजन आई विल बी द हीरो, आई विल वेयर द शर्ट मैन सिटी का, और तब ट्रॉफी उठाएंगे.
आज मैंने पहना
I'll
भी ला
do
था.
top four.
आयुष तेरा.
Yeah, so I'm going with Chelsea for the Premier League this season because
Good
I
shout.
feel like after the Club World Cup and all the World Cup also to follow after the season, I feel like squad depth is going to be very important. Like players will be playing a bit reserved, thinking about the World Cup. So uh, I think Chelsea, given the squad depth, will win it. Second would be Liverpool. Third would be Man City. Fourth would be Arsenal for me. And I'm
No,
only putting Man City up there because I'm just like I've seen too much of Pep Guardiola to doubt him.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, but for that same reason again, भाई मैं सिटी को ही रखूंगा as the winner and Liverpool. Like I don't know who will be the winner, but just between these two only, because time and again they are the big clubs of the Premier League. It's very simple. They win it. They win it from anywhere in the league. They know how to bounce back and win those crucial games. And make no mistake, after a relatively bad season, Pep has done a lot of signings. They just go
Let's
under the
not forget
radar.
Pep Guardiola has never gone trophyless 2 seasons in a row.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
So he has
This
his
season's
plans
going to be
all
very
right.
interesting, though,
Yeah, definitely. And if
because this
Man
season,
City
like,
get
big
Rodrigo and
wingbacks.
Liverpool don't manage to get Isak, we have a problem.
Transfer
Do you
market
think
और कितना दिन
Isak
है?
still goes? Transfer market, I
Uh,
think September it closes.
September
but
start ना? हाँ ठीक है.
just one question on Varun's take then is that if you're winning, if you're putting Liverpool to win the league, do you think Ekitike as their only number nine now that Nunes has left? Only they don't have a backup nine will be enough.
So with Liverpool, they will, in both spirit and for substitutes, they will miss Diego Jota a lot. He was sort
Definitely.
of that dancing around kind of player that could finish the games. But what I saw from Liverpool last season with Salah stepping up a lot and other players, stepping up. Cody Gakpo did all right. Luis Diaz was good, and other players like McAllister and a lot of other players stepped up. And the defense was solid. Like with Liverpool, VVD is still, I think, the best defender in the league by a long mile. And with Liverpool, with them getting Weirds, it solves the problem of someone coming in from the left centrally because he likes to do that. So I think that helps because Salah does not have to bear the responsibility of like creating the only chances. And with people
Definitely.
finishing the chances, I think Ekitike will surely do better than Nunes. I'm not saying he'll get like 15, 20 goals a season, but even like 12, 13 goals in a PL season would be an improvement from Nunes because it just never worked out for Nunes at Liverpool, did it? I feel for him. He was a decent player at Benfica, but it just never really clicked.
You have
Tosif.
two sides of the spectrum. Tarun is saying Arsenal for the win, and Nikhil is saying the Premier League hasn't started, and Arsenal are already where they'll end up at the end of the season. It's true. I agree with Nikhil.
It is true. It is true. What is your dark horse for like the top four outside of the top four you mentioned?
Manchester United.
Aston Villa.
Oh, interesting. I have them at my number six though. I think they might be in the top six because they've made a lot of signings and Nubemo is a great player. Nubemo, Cunha,
नहीं यार.
Sheshko is apparently coming.
Shesko's already here, and one of the thing is like if you notice the rumors and even Fabrizio's post about Donnarumma being left out of the UEFA Super Cup squad, and
Oh
apparently
yeah,
United are number one after Donnarumma right now.
yeah. There's
So
another thing that's propped up in United, right? So there's a Brighton player, amazing player, Baleba. He's a really good player, really good at deep midfielder role, really strong. So someone at United has like started a GoFundMe page. They're trying to like fund his transfer. It's up to £200. It's getting there. So yeah, that has been happening in United. That could be Jim Ratcliffe also. We never know.
crazy man. But Onana can't be their number one if they're planning a serious team. Too many
Yeah, I don't
individual
think so.
mistakes. From him. Too many.
There were talks of Martinez going to United though, so I don't know that could
Yeah,
happen.
that broke down. That broke down.
एकदम ही कम चला
Did
वो.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
The Gyökeres versus Sesko season opener is gonna be great to watch.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Spain, La Liga. What are your top four? या top three? Top three करता है.
I want
Don't
to do a
make
top
me.
four. I want to do a
What?
top four because I really want my really good player that I like, Isco, to finish in the top four. I want
Oh,
Betis to be in the top four. So
yeah.
Betis in top
I
four.
hope he
Third, I
continues
think
like last season. कितना मारा था हम लोगों को भाई मतलब but
he's
भाई
really good.
होता
Yeah,
है.
he's really good.
Just one second, guys.
I think last season ये Isco का carrying forward that legacy that whenever a Real Madrid player joins another club they become a different beast against
A
Madrid
different
only.
beast. Yeah.
हाँ. I'm sure at this point हम लोग एसेंसियो के खिलाफ मतलब not this एसेंसियो the OG one. If we play against him, he might also score a few goals. Brace मार देगा वो भी और UCL में
Oh,
मार
by the way,
देगा देखना.
good cameos last season by Rashford and Asensio at a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Aston Villa did good against PSG. Yeah, those were interesting matches. They were really
मैं
fun
तो
to watch.
बोल रहा हूँ भाई मैं डार्क हॉर्स भी उन लोगों को नहीं मानता. It's just that some games in the league need to go in their favor to get that top four. But मतलब during maybe say half of the time they are in the top four. Slip होता है, but they're there.
Real
With
Betis
Aston
Anthony
Villa
was
again,
really
like
good. Like,
Real
yeah,
Betis?
if you notice the comments, someone has said how good was Real Betis Anthony. He was really good.
Yeah, yeah, he was really good, bhai. He
really
was
good.
really good.
It was nice to see him smile playing football. Like at United, whenever he came on, he had this like aura farming face on. Just like something was not clicking at United. Will he go to Betis this season? They've asked like 70 million for him. I don't think that's feasible for
No,
Betis.
no, I don't think they can afford him.
There were
So,
But
talks
I
of Eric Ten
actually
Hag
happened to him.
reuniting.
Actually, this is a good question. What happened to him?
wait, I'll see. तुम लोग करो, मैं देखता हूँ.
So I'll just go ahead with my top four for La Liga this season. So I'm going to obviously put Madrid at one because I feel like even with the world-beating season Barcelona had, they finished only 4 points above us after winning two Clásicos, and where we had a shit defense. So I think we have bought the right players. Like Dean Huijsen is a top buy, I think, for us. Uh, I think Alvaro Carreras is. I am very unsure about Carreras, but I think he'll do better than Fran Garcia and Mondi, according to what I've seen, like from the stats and everything, the analysis, like all those stats mob pie charts that they create of players. So Carreras ka pie chart was way more spread out than Fran Garcia and Mondi's. And I think I'm a big fan of like I've been wanting this transfer, and I'm also a big fan of Trent. So I think Trent is, and he already has two assists by the way at the Club World Cup for us. So I think Trent is going to do well at Madrid. So I think we might
Just on
just
that
and
point, Ayush,
yeah.
do you think Trent will like have a difficult time defending against the likes of like Rafinha, Yamal?
Definitely, definitely. In the big games, Carval should start. In the big games against really good wingers, Carval should start. But Trent is going to help us break down the low blocks of La Liga and with the set pieces as well, which we were very bad at last season.
So could like Javi play a back three with Danny in it and then maybe Trent as a wing back in the more
I
3-5-2 style?
This is a good question because like if you right now tell me what like on the La Liga opener what is going to be our formation, what who are going to be starting, I have zero
Yeah, no
idea.
one knows. Yeah,
No
yeah.
थ्री
one
फाइव
knows.
टू में
That's the
like
exciting part.
3-5-2 में किसको खिलाएंगे? That is at the back you need three solid players. Who will those
Yeah.
players be, भाई?
And 3-5-2 में तू ये बता why what is the logic if you are playing 3-5-2 for starting someone like Vinny in that two over Gonzalo Garcia who just finished as Club World Cup top
Exactly.
scorer.
हाँ.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
do you think Rodrigo is like he needs to go?
I want him to go. I don't think he's going to be put on the left wing, and I think that's his best position. So he should go.
I think if he goes, that opens up a space to get someone on the right. That could be a
Like
potential.
for Madrid,
Yeah, for Madrid.
we got someone we got Franco Mastantuono
Masandono, yeah. From River Plate?
from River Plate. Yeah,
His highlights are kind of nice though. I've only seen highlights. I haven't seen the player.
yeah. We have also. I have also seen
Same.
the clips, and I followed the River Plate games during the Club World Cup. He's good. I think he can develop into a good player. And
One thing I loved in the Club World Cup were the Mexican teams, the Argentinian teams. They brought it out. Even the Brazilian teams. Botafogo did really nice.
Botafogo, oh, like they beat PSG out of nowhere.
Yeah, they played out of nowhere. It was a great game as well.
Definitely good. Club World Cup. It actually for me, if I give my example, 5:30 in the morning, I'm sitting and watching a River Plate versus Inter Milan game, just to see.
It was
So
nice, yeah.
yeah, it was
As
good.
a Madrid fan, the Al Hilal loss that must really
No,
cause
2-2.
pain.
Loss was you guys.
Oh yeah, you were drawn. We lost.
We draw.
That was
You
almost
lost.
that was the Saudi derby, right? That was the Saudi derby. Manchester City versus Al Hilal.
फिर भी वो भी हार गए भाई.
See, I'm
But
really
Ayush,
scared
तेरा
for
second
City
or
this
third
season,
कौन है?
man. I don't know.
In La Liga.
Hmm.
Second
Yeah.
Barcelona, definitely. Third Atletico. Fourth, I would put Bilbao.
Bilbao. Varun?
Hmm. So top four first, I think Barca wins it. Sorry, I think they're just really good. Madrid to me looks a bit shaky on the defense. They've got great players. I'm really interested to see how Xavi plays. But yeah, Madrid second, Atletico third. They might come second off, or they might win the league as well because they got a really good midfielder. Someone you told me this today, and I think if there's someone to feed Alvarez, it could play out. I don't know, could be interesting. Fourth, I want yeah, Betis to be there.
Hmm.
I would say that one of the reasons that is stopping me, like as an unbiased, like if I put out my biases for putting Barcelona as first, is their best centre back has just left. Like their best centre back from last season just left and they
Hmm,
didn't replace.
that is true.
But that also depends कि किस फॉर्म में Araujo वापस आएगा.
Exactly. Araujo is really good, but he
हाँ,
has not
exactly.
been peak for 2 seasons now.
तो वो अगर अपने पीक में वापस आया, then it's not even a like for like replacement. It's a better replacement.
Definitely.
मेरे लिए भी I think थोड़ा बहुत जिंक्सिंग भी है इसमें, but I'll place Barcelona to win the league. Madrid second, third Bilbao, fourth
Sir,
चल
भाई इतना मत
Atletico
डर,
Madrid.
देखेंगे.
Third Bilbao, okay.
Third Bilbao, yeah. I just feel कि Atletico Madrid का इस season, but I can't call it with nobody can call it for Atletico Madrid. भाई अभी जाके डियोगो सिमियोने को पूछो, वो भी नहीं बता पाएगा कैसा है सीजन, कैसा होगा सीजन.
Yeah, Atletico is the kind of team that might finish fifth in the league and then end up in the Champions League final.
हाँ.
There is
Yeah,
nothing you
somehow.
can say about that.
तो उन लोग जब लीग को सीरियसली लेते हैं तो वैसे लेते हैं या जस्ट काम बिगाड़ने के लिए खेलते हैं. So they are a proper shithousery team, and I love them for that, honestly.
And let's not forget Julian Alvarez, great debut season in La Liga.
Yeah.
Great debut season. All his goals are like bangers, and he, let's not forget, he barely gets any supply in Atletico, any supply,
Yeah.
and from Man City where he got all the supply. So crazy player, what a crazy
And
player.
that's, you know, what's interesting is that when he lost, when he left City, right? When he came to City and he started scoring those goals in their treble season, everyone thought, oh, we got a like for Aguero, dude. Finally, let's go.
Yeah.
And he goes to Atletico, where Aguero also was, which is kind of nice.
But I still can't figure out how they let go of him. मतलब ठीक है, but
I
Because it,
I can't
because
understand Pep and his transfers. That's the only thing I don't
it
understand.
was, don't you think that it was between Erling and him though? Like both of them couldn't have been there together.
I mean, surely this season we missed someone who could step up if Haaland was missing. But then Alvarez did not
No,
want to play the second fiddle role.
And he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
but also
And
in
then we
terms
got
of by
Manush.
playing
So
style. But in terms of playing style, like Alvarez and Haaland are very different players. So
very
even if
different.
we are not talking about playing second field, अगर तुम Alvarez को ही primary ये करके खिलाओ, Haaland plays as a, फिर भी it won't work out because just that it's very different their playing styles, and like one doesn't support the other in that way.
And that's where Manush comes in because
Yeah,
he's a bit tricky. He's not very direct. Like he tries to get into these pockets just before the penalty box, which is interesting to see him linking up with Haaland. Let's see, because City will have to create chances somehow if De Bruyne is not there. Foden, could he step up to the role? I don't know. He's very young. He had a really bad
Sharky
season
might.
last season.
Ryan Sharky might.
Yeah, Cherky might. Yeah, he's very young. I don't really expect a lot from him, but he looks very exciting. He's young. Let's see. Tijani Reinders is a good option. And yeah, I think this is this season for City at least, or majorly in the Prem. We're going to see a lot of wing backs being played. So most often you'll see people with like really good stats, with assists or passes or carries will be the wing backs. That's Ryan and Nauri for City. Then you have Frimpong. Then you got Milos Kerkez who left Bournemouth for Liverpool. So yeah, that's going to be what it's about. Going to be about this season.
I think like the only reason I have for not putting Man City as the Premier League winner like Tosin did is I feel like Pep's a bit tired. It's not that I doubt him. I just feel he's a bit tired of football management
no,
at this point.
I also felt that in the second half of the last season, but just that it might be one of those cases also, na ki bhai, and like when you know a player like De Bruyne is retiring, there are no hopes really from this season. You just let it go. But then after that player has gone, you have a task in hand. You know, I have to rebuild this team again. So that might be this season. Who knows?
Because like the way like what Pep Guardiola did to the Premier League is just, let's not forget, unbelievable in the sense that the so-called gimmick of the most competitive league, if you look back the last decade, he has crushed that whole narrative.
Yeah,
He has made it his own Farmers League. Six titles in
that's
what,
true.
8 or something? Yeah.
Again,
And
Nikhilendra
Viklendra
with
in
a
the
gold
comments has
comment.
rightly pointed out. Yeah.
Please go ahead.
He did get back together with his wife so that he can win the Prem again. So let's see. Maybe that's why he's not gone more than 2 seasons without the trophy.
A happy man is a successful man, bhai. But what about? Do you want to discuss for any other leagues? Yeah, like standout performances or like kuch anything that you want to add.
Is
Scott
there anything
McTominay for
uh,
Napoli.
dominant?
That
Yes.
goal was amazing. That goal on the last day. Oh, and
Yeah.
even for you watching, if you're watching on the TV, right, you could see that in Italy they take the football really seriously, and that you can see that because it's all grey. You can't see shit.
भाई इटली में तुम सोचो अभी मॉडरिच डिब्रोयना सब एक साथ खेलेंगे.
But I
Too
think
good.
Napoli are gonna win the league again
True beauty.
with
Yeah,
Werner coming in.
That's going
I
to be
think they're
tough.
gonna win.
I think Inter has had a good season, right? They've signed a few young players, which I think that's what they were missing.
I haven't followed Inter's transfer window actually, so I can't comment.
It was
but
heartbreaking to see them lose 4-0. Was it 5-0? I stopped count after the third one. 5-0, yeah. That was kind of it was heartbreaking, no? Because you could see the old players like Mkhitaryan, you see Çalhanoğlu, a lot of players that you saw in the early days, and you were like, oh, that guy's interesting. They were playing for that team and just got annihilated by that PSG.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking. Like in a Champions League final, that too, it was. But what can I say? Like, I felt even worse because Inter gave me my best Champions League night this season. So
Yeah. That Barca game was insane.
That
Acerbi
that
was
was the
so
peak.
good.
so good. Dumfries really good.
Dumfries, yeah.
And
Even
it
Thuram
didn't
was
look
quite good.
like they would make
Thuram
that
with
comeback.
injured Thuram. He was
Yeah.
injured.
He was injured, yeah. Let's not miss out on Martinez. I mean,
Yeah.
He was on the scoreboard somehow. It's not like he had a great game, but he was on the scoreboard.
बट मारा उसने कन्वर्ट तो कर दिया भाई.
कर दिया कर दिया.
Yeah, I think
what was like
Sevilla will
your
be
guys' favorite moment though?
किस
From
season का
Champions League.
last.
Last season, any league. Could be any league.
Mm,
Or even like an international.
like I hate to say it, but seeing Declan Rice scoring those two crazy
Yeah.
goal free kicks against Courtois was my like shocking moment of the season. Like, what am I seeing? Crazy shit.
Nikhil has written State of Indian Football. We have been refrained from commenting anything.
The state of Indian football is only to the extent that we can hope that things get better. Nothing
Exactly.
more. Nothing more. Because at the end of the day, you see it's all the players, it's everyone else who's not getting that game time or playing opportunities. We can just hope that these things get resolved and the ISL is up soon. But we have a guarantee now that the Super Cup is happening, um,
That is
and
good.
many top clubs will be participating there. So yeah, by then, till the Super Cup ends, maybe things get resolved here, and we have a date when the league starts. Because like for most of the clubs, I'm imagining if they are calling their foreign players, they'll want to call them only if they're playing the whole season, right?
Right.
So calling them just for the Super Cup is financially very draining for all the clubs. So just hoping, yeah, maybe the league gets back on track.
And if you're talking about the Indian national team, I feel like for the national team, like it's a very long and deep take, but I feel like for attention for Indian national team to get attention and the level of football to increase, the level of South Asian football has to increase, like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. If everyone, like if our neighbors get their teams better and to a certain level, I think that will push us more, and as it happens in cricket.
True.
No, honestly, I don't agree to that point, because like, what do we mean by Indian football? The women's team have been on a high. They
Yeah,
have
yeah.
been like fucking,
Sorry. Forgot to
yeah,
mention Indian men's national team.
yeah. They have like the women's team have been climbing. They have been winning like anything. And on the other hand, if you see Pakistan ka ya Bangladesh ka teams,
Bangladesh got Hamza Chaudhary in.
exactly. So, like Pakistan and ye are on the same level. Bangladesh, be even with Hamza Chaudhary, they have been shit. Okay, so so the thing is, subcontinent mein we are all okay with mediocrity in football because we kind of focus on the other sports. We are okay to yeah, just settle in with that. But there's obviously a craze for Indian football uh, that is diminishing or dying because the fans are exhausted from what they
Yeah.
are seeing, and that needs to change. That will only change with proper grassroots and players coming up. So that's a very long discussion, and what needs to change, what doesn't. But yeah, we can just hope that it gets better, and hoping that it can't go further below, because yeah, there is no rockier bottom from here.
And it's sad. It's much more sad because like it's not like people don't watch it, like, right? The audience is very small, but the people who do watch it really love it. And like if you go to these games at like major cities, if you go to Salt Lake Stadium or you go to like Mumbai City Stadium, the fans are brilliant. But it's just
Brilliant.
like they've been let down so many times. You see some interesting players coming through. Like I love Changte last to last season. I haven't followed ISL much last season because Mumbai was doing horrible. But I used to watch their games at like 100 rupees a ticket, which was amazing as a college student. So that is like really sad to see that people who actually love watching these games live, they're not going to like get that volume of games now.
Truly. I don't know why I don't get like Indians like I'm not hating on Indians, but Indians have this tendency that the moment we are not that good at something, uh, we tend to not follow it.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna help us get better. That's the thing. But okay.
Yeah, the entire understanding of long term investment in sports is not understood by Indians, I feel. uh, like, even if you compare that with the superhero that we are worshipping currently, Neeraj Chopra, or say anybody else, like, it takes a lot of years to develop something this elite. And like, it's not about being successful. People going to the Olympics is a major thing. Like India going to the Football World Cup will be a major thing. Right.
Exactly.
So that process in itself is such a big thing. People don't realize that. They see the ultimate glory and think that why don't we belong here? But in order to get that ultimate glory, what is that a country needs to follow, that a nation needs to follow, an individual needs to follow, an entire family, a community needs to follow. Those are missing in India. So yeah, we are very result oriented. So there are waves that we see in Indian sports, be that with respect to cricket, football, other sports. There are always waves whenever there is some extraordinary performances, and then with that player gone or with those times gone, it again dies down.
Definitely. Nikhilendra is saying United versus Leon extra time was vibes. It truly was. Like what happened? What was happening in that game? Crazy game.
Maguire was like a proper number nine.
Yeah, that was one of
Maguire
the
redeemed
great.
himself in that game by all the trolling, all he rose above
People
that.
hate him so much, and like much has been
Yeah,
said, but he's been in United for such a long time, and he's been a good servant for their club.
huh. Ultimately, I think those things matter for a club also and for a like individual also. Okay, how much or how long have you contributed to that club? And Maguire can easily say that he has done it and he has done it for long.
He can also say that he left a Premier League winning team to join United when he left Leicester.
He can, but that many players can.
Another
So I
moment I
guess
loved last season, Spurs losing against Leicester and Vardy reminding the Spurs fans that he has a
Oh,
Premier League and they have none. Good goodbye to Vardy also.
legend,
No Vardy in the Prem.
legend.
That's going to be sad.
Yeah, no Vardy in the Prem. That will be something.
There were talks of him joining Wrexham also, but then he declined.
Is he?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Man, I don't follow the club divisions of the year, but Wrexham's story I've read, and that seems very, very like interesting. Or yeah,
It is because they've achieved like the very few teams have done. They've got a back to back promotion. So they started with like non-league football. Then they got into League Three, then do League Two, then they got into League One, then they got into the Championship, where they are currently now.
they're in the
There are talks
championship
that
now.
could they make it to the Prem? I don't think so. They are in the Championship. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Ayush, you can open the images because अभी अगर तेरे को मैं ऐड करूँ वो screen तेरा WhatsApp messages भी दिख जाएगा and that will be there
Am
evidently
I,
भाई.
uh, is was my screen being shared?
No, your screen was being shared, but it was not shown to the screen. So live में कोई देख नहीं पाता.
Okay. Okay. So I'll share it now.
Yeah.
1 second. So we can rate some of the jerseys I've picked
Jerseys.
out, which we can talk about.
Nikhilendra, yes. Mbappe's celebration after breaking Guardiola's ankles, that is my top moment from the season. Like, as a Madrid fan, that was the highest point of the season.
Isak had a similar celebration against
Like
Liverpool.
the only high
Like,
point.
get a load of this guy.
Ha.
This celebration, crazy, crazy.
Yeah, we have been missing some good celebrations by this इसीलिए stands out.
I hate to admit it, but this guy, Miles Lewis Kelly, had a good celebration when they thrashed us 4-1.
Hmm.
That was a nice celebration. Good shithousery moment. I miss shithousery in the Prem, man. When with Vardy gone, there's not much content there. Vardy was the prime shithouser. That's why I loved him.
Lot of Pogba celebrations. Yes. Nikhilendra,
Pogba
when
and
are
Monaco
you joining the
that
stream?
Yeah. Pogba is joining, I think, Ajax, if I'm not
Monaco.
wrong. Or Monaco, was it?
Monaco. Hmm.
Monaco, yeah.
Monaco, yeah.
Okay, Ayush, we'll do the jersey reviews quickly once.
Sure. So these are just a few that I've picked out which we can talk about. So what are your thoughts on this jersey from the European champions?
ठीक है भाई, मतलब हम लोग निफ्ट के तो स्टूडेंट्स हैं नहीं, उतना कुछ आएगा भी नहीं समझ में, बट हाँ, ये बीच का डिजाइन थोड़ा वियर्ड लग रहा है मेरे को.
Yeah, I honestly it's
Same.
not a great
I was,
one for me.
was going to
Yeah,
say.
It's
Last
like a
season, they
five.
had a good jersey.
yeah, solid था एकदम.
You know what this feels like? It's like Jaipuri print almost.
हाँ हाँ, कुछ एम्ब्रॉयडरी है इसके ऊपर ऐसे.
But the like not a surprise, but there is a worse one in my books. The next one.
अरे बट ये गंदा हो तो भी क्या
Oh,
इसके ऊपर सीएल बैच लगेगा.
do you
True.
हाँ.
know this jersey is the reason why Bayern fans were like, "Fuck you, Adidas! Please stop, stop it! Please stop it!"
Adidas did them so bad. Why? Adidas jerseys are so good this season, and then you look at this.
And for the German national team, they had a brilliant jersey. This is
Huh.
no, does not compete at all.
Next weekend, for me, this is like a 0 on 10.
Yeah,
Like,
-1.
uh, okay,
Hentai.
this one, like these guys come up with great jerseys every year.
Yeah,
The only thing they're good at,
trophy. Only trophy.
only trophy.
Only
I like
trophy,
their
yeah.
away kit especially.
Yeah, I like the away one. Yeah.
Then I think we can give this like a 5 or 6, like
कौन सा blue
7.
वाला?
Like this one, I would say 5 because I
हाँ, this
don't
one
like.
is 5.
This one is like their standard one, so
Yeah,
it's like a
standard one.
7.
Huh.
Yeah, this one is like a
2.
8.
Yeah.
8 for me. Yeah.
I would give it 4 just because it's Arsenal.
नहीं नहीं, वो ऊपर 2 का मेकअप कर देंगे, 2 और 3 दे देंगे, एवरेज हो जाएगा उसका.
The
ठीक.
Ford wala meme has now changed to 2.
2. Imagine being upgraded in your like banter. Banter doesn't stop, but it just upgraded. कि नहीं अभी 4 पे नहीं रहते हम लोग 2 पे रहते हैं.
Okay. Then we have the Chelsea one. Which will have the Club World Cup
I like
logo
this.
for year,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
I like
This is
this.
good.
For me, this is like a strong 9.
Yeah, this is a strong 8 for me.
Yeah,
Just because of the
and
collar, I'm not. Yeah.
kits, and it's one of the few sponsorless kits right now.
Yeah. I'm just deducting 2 marks for the neck
Yeah.
because it will not suit everyone. मतलब
Yeah.
हम लोग जैसे नॉर्मल लोगों को सूट नहीं करेगा, एथलीट्स को ऑब्वियसली इट विल.
टोन
हाँ.
वोन निकल गया है तो
हाँ
प्रॉब्लम
वही
है.
थोड़ा वियर्ड लगेगा कि गला फिट नहीं हो रहा है लेकिन टोन निकल रहा है, वो थोड़ा वियर्ड लगेगा.
Then we move on to the Liverpool kits, which I really liked. Like I
Yeah.
think they are top kits.
I
Like
liked it.
Yeah.
especially there, and it's the return to Adidas as well from Nike.
Yeah, it's a throwback. Yeah. I remember very nicely Xabi Alonso in that Adidas Liverpool shirt and Gerrard
Yeah,
as
it,
well.
it looks exactly like that one. Actually, it looks exactly like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But I went to the Adidas store recently, like Church Street में. The entire store is like Liverpool jerseys का ये देके ही खड़ा है. Like mannequins बोलो,
Hmm.
shirts on display बोलो. It's just them and it's these three jerseys. They are like sale भी उतना ही हो रहा है. They were sold out in the first
And
year,
that is
the
like
red jersey.
a statement of how Premier League has like grown over the years in
Yeah.
India. People are now buying Liverpool shirts. Before it used to be just Barca and Madrid.
And
Now
at most
people are
United.
supporting Premier League clubs also.
United था.
United though it was always there. Before people in India knew Premier League, they knew United.
United, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
But this is the perfect set for me. If you had to give me a set ki तीनों का
Uh,
like combined set, this would top the list.
definitely, yeah. Like for me, the best kit set this
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
Then I chose my own clubs one because I wanted to hear Tausif's opinion on it. Like, what do you think of our home kit
yeah.
this
I
season?
like this jersey by, and it's got that little vintage thing in it with the golden stripe, not overdoing it. The black stripes are there, but उसको jinx ना होने के लिए I think golden भी दिया है इसलिए थोड़ा बहुत.
अगर तू
Uh,
notice करे, there is something special about this image.
about this image.
Yeah.
Where is this taken?
No, no.
तेरा ही है.
Look at the badge.
ओ भाई
oh,
हरामी मतलब.
okay.
I hope. I hope.
और फिट नहीं होगा भाई. रख दे. रख दे.
Okay, so then we move on to my favorite kit for the upcoming season. This one is just too good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm buying
Yeah.
this one.
But you know, with City, the away kit is so nice, but they
So
shat the bed with the home kit.
yeah, the home kit is not good. Home kit is not good.
But
I
this kit
like I
is really clean. I am going to
this
get this one. It looks really nice.
and it's one of those kits which you can wear outside to other events and
हाँ
stuff
हाँ
as well,
हाँ.
not for football.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it suits Haaland
You
really
can
well. Like all
basically go into work and just say that, dude, it's a polo. I'm allowed to wear this.
हाँ, it is. I mean,
corporate dress code fit करता है.
हाँ. कैजुअल फ्राइडेज में तो वैसे भी सब पहन के आते ही हैं. But you can sneak in on a day with the polo shirt also.
Definitely. So yeah, that was the jersey review.
ए तुमने मैड्रिड का ब्लू वाला किट इंक्लूड नहीं किया. Deducting
Yeah,
some points from you.
I left that out.
That
Sorry,
is a
sorry.
nice throwback to the 13-14 season.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
That was a good season for Madrid jerseys. White,
yes.
orange, and blue. Really nice colors.
हाँ. Like vibrant colors and by
the
Ronaldo का
only issue is we
performance
had a
that.
throwback kit last season as well, and it didn't go well. That's the orange one. But yeah, that's it.
Cool. Just one last segment, boys. Standout player from the season. 2 players you can name.
Standout
Your
player as in
prediction.
like personally for me or like Ballon d'Or who's gonna win the individual awards and all.
No, not इस season का नहीं. For you, like 2 players that you'll be very keen to watch out for ऐसे.
Okay, okay. I would say Franco Mastantuono for me. I'm very
Hmm.
excited to see how he does because the last superstar who came from River Plate was Julian Alvarez, who was
Hmm.
brilliant in Europe.
Hmm.
So, I have big hopes from Franco. And the other player I'm looking forward to see is this player. Like I'm only talking about players from Madrid because I'm talking
Hmm.
like is this kid called Thiago Pitarch. He's from our academy.
Hmm.
He plays in the number 8 position, in the central midfield position, and he has a style very similar to Pedri, like very
Okay.
similar to Pedri.
Okay.
He, like, his signature turn is also like that Pedri spin. And we had a closed door friendly against Leganes 5 days ago. He scored a goal there as well. So Xavi Alonso is playing him with the first team. So I think with Bellingham out injured for the first half of the season, we need reinforcement in midfield, and he might get a chance. And I think if he does get a chance, he might shine. So yeah, Mastantuono and Thiago Pitarch for me this season.
Varun?
I'll take Weirds. I think it'll be really
Yeah.
interesting how he plays in the Prem. I think for me this season, this was the most exciting transfer. I think for a lot of people, everyone knew he was going to go from Leverkusen. It was just a matter of where he was going. He was coming to City first, but then City's bid got rejected. Then there were talks that he wanted to go to Liverpool. Him and then I think Reinders for City. I think
Yeah, yeah.
Gundogan
How
because
could I
he's getting
forget?
old. Yeah, that role kind of is being missed. I think I think he's good in that sense because I think we need to create chances for Haaland to finish. So yeah, I think Reinders and Weird for me.
Bro,
Yeah, Wales will also be.
see
Yeah.
Randy's performance against Madrid for AC Milan, he was really good.
Yeah, really good.
Really.
And it's the way he turns with the ball that I like. Like it's almost like Hazard where he gets his butt in the way of the defender of the ball, which is nice to see because then he can get out of those close spaces.
Right. Reinders is a good one. I
What
almost
about you,
like I
Tausif?
didn't forgot that City had signed him.
Yeah,
Yeah, for me, Words will obviously be there just because of that key big price signing, moving to a big club, and he has a big role to play. So he'll be one. And I don't know, man. I just have a soft spot for Guler. Uh,
Yeah.
I just felt that
good shout. Good shout.
yeah कि नहीं हुआ था last season with Ancelotti. So let's see this season. Hopefully he gets a set position जिसमें वो consistently खेल पाए. And I've seen him bulk up a little and things like these, which are always there pre-season. So, huh.
One thing I want to
And
ask you both: does Arda Güler sort of remind you of a left side, left leg Modric? Like because of that small stature, the way he gets out of spaces.
I would say he's
No,
a Mesut Ozil kind of player.
huh.
Yeah. Than a Modric.
Like Modric is much more swift on the ball, and he can do those. But Guler can rather uh, have the ball more time on his feet and then do things with that. So yeah, Modric much more because he can do those things in this minuscule of a second. He can do that, which Arda cannot.
And one more thing about Guler, if you have noticed the recent reports, is that one of his criticisms was he was not physical enough, and he has started like rejoined the team after his vacations with 8 kilos more of muscle mass. So he has worked on it. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward.
बट वही मैं बोल रहा था ना कि these आर थिंग्स जो कि प्री सीजन में whenever there are topics like these कि नहीं बल्क अप करना पड़ेगा physically that player is needs to develop more, the players generally put in that effort, but what happens in the first half of the league is the main thing. And I don't know how many weeks will Bellingham miss out on. That is also
3 months.
got to play a three
3 months,
three
yeah.
months या फर्स्ट हाफ हो ही गया देन पूरा.
First half हो ही गया, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's all. You guys want to add anything else?
We did all the predictions for the leagues. We can wrap it up with the
UCL?
prediction for Champions League, yeah.
Let's.
Oh yeah. Should we do top four
Semi-finalists?
winners?
I say finalists.
Semi-finalists.
Semi-finals.
Okay,
Finalists
okay,
and
finalists. Okay, fair. बोलो बोलो.
Varun, you go first.
Uh, I think PSG might make it to the top four again. They're really good. They look really solid. Madrid, I think, makes it top four. It just with Madrid and Champions League, it just seems like anything can happen. So just because of that Madrid factor, Madrid in the top four. Liverpool, I think what they missed out on last season, they will try to get it back this season. So there's a chance there. And Barcelona, I think they're good. I think they might end up in the semifinals.
That's a stacked semi-final.
Yeah.
Stacked.
उतना होता
It's
नहीं है
really
because
difficult
इसके
to choose
पहले ही
because
हो
there are
जाता
a
है.
lot of seasons. हाँ,
ये चार एक साथ तो सेमीफाइनल्स में नहीं जाएंगे बिकॉज इनका फेस ऑफ पहले ही हो जाता है.
Bro, I'm ready to face PSG again, even after last game, but not Man City again. I'm so done
Yeah,
with City. I just
I was
don't
we
going
are
to
want.
say
also done. Dude, we are done. We have lost more than you have. Please, it has
much
caused us a lot
more,
of pain.
but you
Dude,
made sure the
that
win counted.
uh,
अरे the
that was a
problem with is
beautiful
when you
goal by
guys win
Ronaldo.
against us, Barca fans भी आ जाते हैं पेप कोटा में क्रेडिट
हाँ,
उठाने.
वो हमेशा ही रहता है भाई.
वो तो बहुत होता है.
बट मेरा फाइनलिस्ट
But
विल बी.
Champions League में हाँ,
हाँ हाँ वरुण कंटिन्यू तुम पहले.
just a small point. I'm going to be very keen on watching Newcastle in the Champions League. After a very long time they're in the Champions League. That's going to be an interesting season.
Definitely. They beat PSG in the group stage, I think, last
हाँ,
season. Yeah,
Yeah. And Isak might just stay. So
might just, yeah. Because who are they going to replace him with? There's no one on the market anymore.
yeah, Tausif
yeah.
for
For me,
Liverpool.
finalists will be PSG and Madrid maybe hopefully take that revenge in the final.
Right.
Ayush?
Um, um, I hate to say it, but I think it will be uh, PSG and Barcelona are finally going to break the 11-year jinx.
It's very tough.
Okay, bold claims.
Because see, you predicted Madrid in the league, ठीक है, and Barcelona you are saying in the CL. वो कभी
Champions.
नहीं हो सकता भाई, मेरे according. कभी नहीं हो सकता because if you break Barcelona in the league, they'll go out in the Champions League by group stage में या round of 16 में ही. But if they are playing well in the league, bhai, they will be a force to reckon with in the Champions League. That is the thing about Barcelona. That is why the treble, the momentum plays a huge role in how Barcelona's season turns out.
Definitely, yeah. I agree with that. But for me, like one of the reasons of my prediction is like a team like Barcelona, how many more years will they
Yeah.
not win? Like they have to win it at some point. Like Pep used to say that you have to be there again and again and again, and you will win eventually.
बट बी
So
देयर भी कितने साल से ही तू ऐसे बोल रहा है. यूरोपा में भी खेले भाई. बी देयर तो क्या, आर्सेनल इज आल्सो देयर इन द चैंपियंस लीग. चलो कूल.
But do you think PSG wins again?
huge chance. Luis Enrique, you can't count him out, bro. In Champions League, you can't count him out.
We know that we can't count him out, but just it's a very tough thing to win back-to-back Champions League by.
No one has won other than us
Huh,
in the Champions League era. Like from
huh.
1992 onwards, no one has defended it.
Yeah, it's a very
Madrid
tough
is a
thing.
three-peat. So,
Yeah,
Huh.
only
both
we
of
have.
them.
Hmm.
Only Madrid has. Twice, right? Once in like 60s or 80s.
वो तो
वो तो
first five.
हाँ,
First five
वो तो
were in
वो
a
फर्स्ट
row.
जब
फाइव.
यूरोपियन कप हुआ करता था.
हाँ.
Yeah. The first five European Cups we won in a row.
Hmm.
It was like वो like मोहल्ले के बच्चों को अपना ग्राउंड में बुला के उनको हरा के वापस भेज देना टाइप सीन था उस टाइम पे.
उस टाइम तो राजा का ही टीम था ना एक्चुअली रियल मैड्रिड.
Huh.
Yeah. Hopefully, another Franco regime begins with Franco Montantoro.
कुछ भी कुछ भी Chalo, boys,
Okay.
we'll end it. So the plan is just giving the audience what we are planning ahead is there will be important match days on the weekends. We'll try to hop in after the match or maybe in the last 10 minutes, discuss with you all. The entire panel will be here. It's going to be a large panel, hopefully. Many
Yeah.
people joining in from different places, so we are also excited about it. And also, just like because Nikhil was commenting, and there are going to be more people, so if anyone feels that they want to be a part of the stream, let us know in the
Yeah.
comments, and we'll be happy to include you. That's it. Bye.
And
Meet you on the
like
next
just a
one.
suggestion for you,
Yeah.
Tosif, is that we can target the last, like for every match day on the weekend, we can target the last important or big stature game, and we can cover it from that game onwards.
Didn't get you. और एक बार बोल.
For example, like we have four big games on the weekend, with the last
हाँ.
one being on Monday night, for example. Then we
हाँ.
can do the game on Monday night, so we can cover the results of all the remaining three
हाँ.
games as well.
Huh. But then again, like we have to shuffle that because sometimes more people are awake on a say Sunday night का 8 बजे का जो मैच है, ठीक है. So
Definitely,
उसी में दो गेम कवर करके we do, and then maybe like in the next week we cover the late night matches of Sunday या Monday जो भी हो, we'll do that. So
definitely.
we'll do that based on the audience and what the reaction is, what they want us to
Audience
talk
has been
about.
great though. This stream, they have
Yes.
been very interactive
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Especially shout out to Nikhilendra and Tarun
Nikhil.
for all the
And
support. And there have been more. So yeah. Hopefully you guys
thank
join the stream soon. Bye.
Bye, bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.
This was fun, guys. Bye. Good night.